Welcome to this edition of the Rhody Reporter. I'll be your host for the segment, Mark Zaccaria. The legislative session of Rhode Island's General Assembly started, as usual this year, on the first Tuesday after New Year's Day. That part went off without a hitch. The session is scheduled to close not later than the last business day of June. Since this is an election year, the prevailing wisdom is that all the incumbents want to close the session as soon as possible so they can get out on the stump and run for re-election. There is a problem, however. Between the auspicious opening of the 2020 session and the foot race that will ensue when it is closed, the House and Senate have spent virtually no time working on the people's business. The reasons for this, be they real or imagined, are as many as they are varied. COVID-19 is usually cited as the real villain of the piece. The governor ordered a statewide shutdown to combat that unseen enemy, and we all know what great respect the legislative leadership has for Her Excellency. So, of course, they had no choice but to go fishing until things got really critical. Some say the various legal problems dogging legislative leaders might have had something to do with their decisions to stay in hiding. Others claim the real driver is the belief that whoever gets out in front on leadership during the pandemic will inevitably die a dog's death politically. Who knows? The fact is, things are now really critical. There's a near $1 billion deficit in the fiscal year 2020 budget currently drawing to a close. So the House and Senate will hold lightning sessions on June 17th and 18th to wave some sort of a magic wand over that problem. Then there's the comprehensive fiscal year 2021 budget, which has to be in place as close to its July 1st start as possible. No doubt the gremlins in the cellar of the State House have been writing it, but no one who has to vote on it will have had any time at all to read it, much less ask for clarification before it must be passed. The legislative calendar for the last 2 weeks of June has been published. It shows a roughly 1 hour time difference between when the House votes on each of these monster bills and when the Senate does the same with the other chamber's results. Now comes State Representative Teresa Tanzi, raising health concerns over the efficacy of the plate glass shields which have been installed around the desks in the lower chamber. She feels there are serious health concerns with the poor design. What the Speaker feels has not yet been reported. Folks, as constituents of the Rhode Island General Assembly, we are presented with yet another tale of bumbling inadequacy by the state government we elected. Humorous references to the gang that couldn't shoot straight are too easy, and the situation is way too painful for that to be taken so lightly. Our elected representatives have ignored their sworn duty to represent us because the cost-cutting measures the state has to consider are unthinkable to the folks who really put them all in office. So the House and Senate are frozen in stasis, and all you and I can do is watch the coming train wreck. Oh, there's one more thing we can do. We can vote for brand new representation in November's election.